Imagine getting dumped because your parents are dead.
Oh,
I mean, what a blow.
What the heck?
Yes. So I think you were out. Bert, a Bert Show listener, hit us up with an email. And if you ever have a drama or a dilemma, need advice, go to thebertshow.com and you can shoot us an email as well. He was dating a woman, was only 2 dates into it, and she found out his parents had passed away, and they had passed away young. So she was like, you got bad DNA. If your parents died young, you might die young too. I don't want to date you.
Well, perfect. She's an idiot. Count
So
your lucky stars.
he had a date coming up this weekend, and he wanted to know, should I avoid telling her about my dead parents? He doesn't want to feel like he's hiding anything, but he also didn't want to get cast aside because of these unfortunate passings.
Because I wasn't here on Friday, what did they pass away from? Was it hereditary?
It wasn't in the email. Because I
right.
even asked that. I'm like, well, if it was a car accident, they're really... So what it sounds like is that even though he did not disclose in the email how they passed, it seems like it was something health related, not like a random accident of sorts. But yeah, this woman, her reasoning was, I'm sorry, but I don't want to put all my eggs in your basket because the bottom might fall out of your basket anytime soon, which is really, really harsh. So he had a date this weekend, and he was like, do I disclose this information? And I'm like, I don't feel like dead parents should come up in the very first date. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's something you can share later, but that's like, you don't want to trauma dump on your first date.
Mm-hmm.
And not that sharing grief is trauma dumping, but that, you can ease into that conversation.
It's a mood killer.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
A bit.
If you're sitting there, you're bowling and you get a strike, and
All
you're like, oh, by the way, my parents are dead.
My parents don't like bowling. So why not? Can't tell you. So what's the update, Mo?
Thanks for reading my email and giving your thoughts. I also discussed this with my brother and sister-in-law. It turns out that she too has some reservations about our family history. My sister-in-law admitted that my parents' early passing does worry her, and it has led her to be rather insistent on my brother staying on top of his health. She admits that she thought of becoming a widow early is a genuine fear for her. Even though she was already a part of our family when our parents passed away, she says it's a concern that haunts her daily. She could understand how someone, not yet emotionally invested or in love, might not be willing to step into a situation where they know they will have to live with that fear. She also pointed out that perhaps my previous date had seen the pain of losing a spouse in someone else's life. Maybe she saw how painful it was for that person and it scared her. This discussion with my sister-in-law, while eye-opening, has made me much more anxious around dating. I don't want my potential partners to worry unnecessarily or be scared off by something beyond my control, especially early in the dating process when they don't know me well enough. So I've decided to keep the topic of my parents off the table for as long as I can when dating. It's not about being dishonest. I just want them to get to know me for who I am before deciding they are too scared to be with me.
Dude, he needs to turn this around into a positive for him, and every woman he dates be like, you ain't got to worry about a mother-in-law.
As for my date, it went well. We had a great time, and I successfully navigated our conversations without the topic of parents coming up. In fact, we've gone out twice since then, and I still have not had to tell her. Not sure how much longer I can avoid it, but I will keep trying. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
When she asks, can I meet your parents? Be like, yeah, sure, and just take her to the cemetery.
There you go. Subtle.
Here they are. Have at it.
In all your dating, Abby, has this ever come up?
No, never once has this ever come up. And I can't think of a situation where I have finally found a man who wants to spend time with me that I would want to turn away. Like if I genuinely hit it off with a guy and he was like, by the way, my parents have both died, both from a hereditary condition. If he's really the guy for me, that's not going to be enough for me to run off. So I think the girl before was just crazy.
Yeah, I think every girlfriend I've ever had in my life had lost either one or both parents, and I never once thought anything like this at all. It's like not even a thought.
Right.
I don't think you should worry about that. Nah.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched, you can get more of The Bert Show on your favorite podcast platform. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find us. I don't know what any of these buttons do, by the way.